Ave Maris Stella.
Hello and welcome back to Vatican II in a Year. This is your host, Father Matthew Schneider. I am a priest of the Legions of Christ and a theology professor. This is a podcast in the StarQuest Production Network at sqpn.com. Today we're on day 227. We're concluding Apostolican Actuositatem with paragraph 33, which is the conclusion and exhortation of this document. If you want to follow along, we have a reading plan and more details at sqpn.com/Vatican or frmatthewlc.com/Vatican. Yesterday we spoke about the need to form different types of apostolate, and we need publication institutes for this. Today we're going to cover this whole section called exhortation, and the summary is the Council Fathers hope all lay people earnestly take up apostolate. There's no subparagraph, just this one paragraph today, and this is going to be pretty quick just because I made a promise when I set out the reading plan not to break subsections up, and some of these subsections are very small, like this one. That's only like 175 words or so. So let's read the text. The Most Holy Council, then, earnestly entreats all the laity in the Lord to answer gladly, nobly, and promptly the more urgent invitation of Christ in this hour and the impulse of the Holy Spirit. Younger persons should feel that this call has been directed to them especially, and they should respond to it eagerly and generously. Through this Holy Synod, the Lord renews his invitation to all the laity to come closer to him every day, recognizing that what is his is also their own. Philippians 2. To associate themselves with him in his saving mission. Once again, he sends them into every town and place where he will come, confer Luke 10, so that they may show that they are co-workers in the various forms and modes of one apostle of the church, which must be constantly adapted to the new needs of the times. Ever productive as they should be in the work of the Lord, they know that their labor in him is not in vain. Confer 1 Corinthians 15. That is all the text for today. As I noted, it's just kind of short. And what we have here is really Jesus inviting every layperson to the apostolate, and the Council Fathers are exhorting all of you to be apostles, not just to be passive members of the church. No, to be active apostles. That is where he is calling all of you. And the church hopes that we all respond. All of you respond. I've responded in the priests and the religious ones because I am a layperson in neither sense of that term, but that is important that we all respond. Priests, religious, lay people, all of them. Obviously, this document's more on the lay people. And this can be a conscience exam for each person to judge, how am I responding? What have I done? What can I do different? How have I helped others respond? Have I formed my kids to respond? All those kind of questions that we can ask about doing apostolate and how we've done it, because we are called to do apostolate. Now, obviously, each person's got different skills, different interests, that's going to lead them to different apostolates. I know somewhere where there's two siblings. One of them is a member of Brendan Christie. The other one is very much into charismatic renewal. And Brendan Christie's not the most charismatic prayer group. It's associated with the Legion here. And that's fine. They're both doing apostolate in those various fields. They don't look exactly the same, but they don't have to. They're all building up the one apostolate of the church. And it's especially important for young people because when you have your youth, you have so much more energy, you have so much more to do, you have that wide spectrum open, and you can dedicate yourself to fields of full-time apostolate or a substantial part of the life in apostolate. It's great when I see lay people who are taking degrees at like seminaries so that they can become high school religion teachers or things like that. It's wonderful to see things like that. Now, Jesus also calls each of you close to him. He calls you close in prayer. He calls you close in apostolate. He wants you to be with him. He wants you to transform your lives into him. That's important. And he says, hey, go into every town. Prepare the way for Jesus. I often like to think of a lot of our roles in apostolate as being like John the Baptist. Prepare the way of the Lord. And then at the end, we must grow smaller, he must grow greater. So that John the Baptist is that example here. The document is talking about when he sends out the apostles 2 by 2 to go ahead in Luke, but that same idea where we prepare the way. Finally, that last line, that no labor is in vain. If we do the labor for Jesus, it is not in vain. It still has fruit. It can be great. And so that is really the way to conclude this document with an exhortation to remember none of our apostolate is in vain. All of us are called to apostolate. And hopefully this has motivated you so that you can go and save more souls through the apostolate that Jesus is calling to you to. Thank you for listening to this episode of Vatican II in a Year. This is a listener-supported podcast. You can donate to help StarQuest produce it and other great podcasts at sqpn.com/give. You can give one-time monthly or join the StarQuest Patreon. Tomorrow, we're going to start Dignitatis Humanae, the document on religious liberty, and I have an interview with Dr. Aaron Weldon, who works on the USCCB Committee for Religious Liberty, so like almost the perfect person. So please join us then to learn more about Vatican II, which will provide a blueprint for the Catholic Church. If you want more information on the podcast, like playlists for individual documents and a reading plan, go to sqpn.com/Vatican, frmatthewlc.com/Vatican, or Vatican SQPN on Facebook and X.
Amen.